Did you realize you're not a plumber and you need to call Mike Scott Plumbing?
Right about the time we had the flood and the fire all at the same time?
And when should you have called the professionals at Mike Scott Plumbing? That's what I thought. Does water run through it? Then they do it, not you. And don't give me the weekend excuse. You know they don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. Do you need the number?
No, I got it. 237-2888.
Again.
237-2888.
Why'd you call Cousin Sean anyway? You know he can't even fix his own lunch.
On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
Oh, come on, a monster truck?
Hi, Danny Werfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. You know the difference between being an adult and being a kid, at least my own personal experience and how I'm going to connect that with our next guest. I remember as a kid, Robin, I would come home from school and I'll open the refrigerator. First thing you do, run in the house, open the refrigerator, right? And you look for something to eat and you know which things your mom says is off limits. You can't touch this. You can't touch that for one reason or another. Maybe it's because she's using it for dinner later on. Maybe it's because she just doesn't want you to have that particular thing. As an adult, you come open it, you get anything you want, right?
Yes.
It's a little bit, maybe sometimes I need somebody at my house to tell me, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. I remember I went on a diet one time, and I'm on a diet like every other month or something, and I threw away the mayonnaise. I mean, I had the whole thing of mayonnaise. I said, you know what? This is the culprit. This is the bad guy. This is the one that can't be in my life anymore. I was going through withdrawals.
Yes.
Had to get a new one. On the phone is Sarah Jane Bedwell. She's a registered dietitian. She's the official eat me like food and nutrition blogger. Eat me like food. Oh, wow.
Yes.
For Self Magazine. And gosh, she's got a lot of credentials here. Her topic is how to keep health and weight loss reductions with a simple pantry makeover.
Yes.
Is the refrigerator considered part of the pantry?
I would guess so, yes. Mine is anyway.
Sarah Jane Bedwell. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Where are you calling from?
Nashville, Tennessee.
I love Nashville. I want to go to Nashville.
It's a great city.
How's the weather? Is it cold right now?
It's cold, although we don't have snow, so I'm thankful for that, but probably not as warm as where you are.
Well, it's actually cold here. It's like 35 degrees, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're not too far off of that.
Don't tell the Chamber of Commerce that I told you that, because we're supposed to, when we're talking to anybody out of state, we're supposed to say it's 85.
Yes.
It's sunny all the time.
Yeah, right.
Come on down.
So is the refrigerator considered part of the pantry?
Sure thing. I think we like to focus on the pantry a little bit, though, because those things tend to last longer, and we don't have to worry about them going bad, so we can stock it up with healthy things, and they're going to be in there for a long time. But certainly we want to include some fresh foods in the refrigerator as well.
Oh, okay. So should I throw away my mayonnaise again, or is that an okay food?
Well, it's really all about, focusing on heart-healthy fats. And one of my favorites is canola oil because it is really versatile and it has a neutral flavor. And they actually make a canola oil mayonnaise. And I love it because, like I said, the canola oil has such a neutral flavor. And since it has the least saturated fat of all common oils, it really is a better option. So you might want to try that.
I never knew that.
No.
All right. She solved my problem, Robin. She solved my problem. Wow. In one little swoop there. So are any of the spices or bad, or are they all okay? Spices are okay, right? Salt and pepper. Well, too much salt is not good.
Spices are a great way to add healthy flavor to foods. Your vegetables, they need a little life, your whole grains. Adding those spices is an excellent way to amp up the flavor. And when you have a variety of spices, it doesn't have to just be salt. You don't need to overdo it on the sodium, but a little salt goes a long way. And then if you add those herbs and spices, that makes all the difference in the world when it comes to flavor.
Is a person who's a vegetarian or a vegan, can they use canola oil like meat eaters do?
Yeah, certainly. It's a plant-based oil, and it's, in fact, a great way for them to get the plant-based omega-3 fats that are really important for our heart health. And so, those are often thought of as, something that is in salmon, which it is, but, for vegetarians and vegans, that would be an excellent way to get those healthy fats.
Oh, wow. So do you organize, are you married?
I am. Uh-huh.
So does your husband like what you put in the pantry, or does he say, hey, what happened to the good stuff? Does he do that?
Yeah.
He does. He does like it. And, I think that's something he's kind of learned along the way, is that healthy foods don't have to taste like cardboard. Cooking them in the right ways and using the flavors like we were talking about earlier can make them really good. And we still do keep some indulgences around, but I keep those on like the top shelf of the pantry, so they're not the first thing we see or grab.
Oh, okay. So how about cereals? Well, cereals are normally in the cupboard, right? In the closet, in the cabinets, I guess. So I have a weakness for cereals too. I think I don't do them too much, but when I have them, a whole box can be gone in 2 days.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's why it's important to pick ones that have whole grains in them. So if you look at the ingredient list on cereals, you want to look for whole grain as the first ingredient. So whether that's whole rolled oats or whole wheat flour, you want to look for that word whole as one of the first ingredients.
Do you know, I know you're not talking about dog health, but I have an older dog, and in my pantry I actually have something I bought online that promised my dog would be healthier, and it's working. So, I mean,
wow.
and I wrote to the manufacturer. I said, hey, I just want to let you know that what you promised in your commercial is working. Now, do you have something for us humans? Is there anything out there? I mean, do you have anything like a? Are there products? I guess we shouldn't name brand names unless you feel we have to know the brand name. But is there anything out there that is truly like a one product does everything kind of a product?
Well, unfortunately, there is no magic bullet. It really is about having a balanced variety of foods from every food group. And I actually have a list of top 10 pantry essentials, and you can find that at canolainfo.org.
Okay.
But it really does include things from every food group. So there's really no one magic bullet. It's just about having a variety. And, that really is the spice of life. So it makes eating more interesting, too, than just saying, hey, this is the one superfood you're supposed to eat and nothing else.
Okay, canolainfo.org. That's the website. And can you tell us the top 10, or do we not have enough time?
Well, sure. I can definitely tell you at least some of them, if not all of them.
All right. Let's see if I like them.
Definitely. Yeah. So some of the ones that we've already talked about, the canola oil, because it is a versatile oil. It has, like I said, the least saturated fat of all common oils.
Does it need to be refrigerated?
No, it doesn't have to be refrigerated.
Okay.
It can be in the pantry. It's got that light flavor and light texture. So very versatile. Vinegars also they don't have to be in the refrigerator. And that could be any kind, from white wine vinegar, red wine vinegar, balsamic. And of course you can use them to make your own salad dressings, but a lot of people don't even realize you can add them to add like a sweetness or a depth to sautés or to roasted vegetables even. Another great thing is peanut butter. It's a good heart-healthy option, a good easy source of protein. And then also lower sodium chicken broths or vegetable broths. I love cooking my whole grains in those because it's a great way to add flavor without adding a lot of fat.
All right.
So those are great. A little honey or brown sugar, and people think of those as just, sweeteners, but really they can be used in savory dishes as well to like caramelize your vegetables, give them a really good flavor, kind of, take away some of the bitterness of the vegetables.
Okay.
And then whole wheat flour. Of course, you can use it in baking, but you can also use it to thicken sauces. Be a wonderful option. And you can even find white whole wheat flour if you like the texture of that better, or whole wheat pastry flour. All of those are great options. And then, of course, the spices that we were talking about earlier. And you don't have to have a world of spices, but just those common ones. Salt, pepper, cinnamon, cumin, chili powder.
What was that? Did you say cumin? What is that?
Cumin, it's a Mexican-inspired spice.
Oh, okay.
And so you'll see that in a lot of like Southwestern-style recipes. It has kind of like a smoky flavor.
Can I ask a quick question? The other day we had this report on oh gosh, the title of the piece was Miracle Herbs, and one of them was turmeric. Is that how you pronounce it?
Turmeric.
Turmeric. And then it said something about curcumin, which is why I thought that's what you said was cumin, curcumin, but you said cumin. It said it was really good for you, and it's an Indian food, so.
Yes. And those two spices are both really flavorful, and pretty much all of your spices have health benefits as well. So it's like, more bang for your buck because you're getting flavor and nutrition in one.
I know you have to run. Sarah Jane Bedwell, thank you for being on the air with us today. The website that we got is canolainfo.org, and that's where you'll find the rest of the information since we didn't have enough time. Sarah, thank you for being on the air with us up in Nashville.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Thank
you. All right, we will take a little break, and we'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA, and we'll be right back. Well, we won't be right back. Hold on. I'll push a button in a second and we'll go. Here we go.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be sunny today, but chilly with a high of 59 to 63. Clear and cold tonight with lows in the mid to upper 30s inland, 48 on the coast. Tomorrow, beautiful day with sunshine and a milder afternoon, high 65 to 69. And on Friday, partly sunny to high 66 to 70. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hey, it's Christy with Ocala Mac and PC Repair and Ocala Guest Wi-Fi to let you know we have you covered. We are the only local certified Apple and Microsoft computer company in Ocala. We are family owned and operated. From mobile repair to wireless networks, viruses, new systems, or security cameras, we do it all. Check us out online, ocalamacpc.com, or give us a call, 352-566-8324.
Tell them Nick, Madison, or Mason sent you and get free diagnostic.
Get your internet telephone service from the company that brought affordable internet service to Ocala in the first place. All is Safe is a sister company of Ocala Guest Wi-Fi, a company you've known and trusted for all your internet needs. Whether you need a phone or hundreds, we've got the products and services to meet your needs both now and in the future. Our plans include everything from local and long-distance calling to equipment maintenance and even software upgrades. You can count on All is Safe to give you cost certainty knowing that your bill will be the same next week, next month, or even next year. Call 352-450-8647 today to learn how to cut your monthly telephone bill up to 60%.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today. Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be sunny today, but chilly with a high of 59 to 63. Clear and cold tonight with lows in the mid to upper 30s inland, 48 on the coast. Tomorrow, beautiful day with sunshine and a milder afternoon, high 65 to 69. And on Friday, partly sunny to high 66 to 70. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
WOCA. All right, 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. We had scheduled for Tom Schmitz to be talking to us about the golf tournament, the LPGA golf championship, during this time slot, but he's still here at the studio. He's not at the golf course right now. And he told us that there was frost that caused the delay in the tea time. What do they call it, Rob? I need you in here with this one. I know very little about this. I need my help. I need to lean on you. So anyway, if you go to Google News, how many of you do this? If you go to Google and then you click on the news button, and then you search for something that's in the news, and a lot of times, especially when I'm trying to put together news for the radio show, I will do this. I'll go to and I'll just type in the word Ocala, because I'll say, well, or Dunellen, or Bellevue, or Fort McCoy, or Leesburg, sometimes Gainesville. I'll just type in the city names here in our area, just to see if there's any news that I didn't happen to stumble upon in my looking for the different news pieces. And that's how I pick and choose what I use. Well, if you go to Google News right now and you type in the word Ocala, you're going to find a lot of stories about golf. Because this whole LPGA thing is this big news for us here in Central Florida. It's huge news for us here in Ocala, because it's not. A lot of times when you say Central Florida, you mean Orlando, or you might mean Gainesville. But in this case, it's Ocala, which is kind of cool. And I know there are 400 million television sets that have access to watching the golf tournament championship. I don't know what to call it.
It's the golf, the Golden Ocala Golf Championship, the LPGA.
Okay.
It's the very first one, too, of the tour, so that's pretty awesome.
So the first thing I want to tell you about it is not about the players, but about the volunteers. And I thought you had this story. Didn't you tell me about the volunteers?
Oh, yes. There were 800 people that volunteered because there was this call out for people in our area to volunteer. And there were 800 people that came out to volunteer. And they had to put 400 on the waiting list.
That's cool.
So that is pretty awesome.
That's cool.
Very
so
awesome.
they had more than enough volunteers to handle the workload. So if somebody can't make it, they've got a big
huge waiting list.
List of people who are willing to do this.
Huge.
Wow. And what is your speculation as to why so many people volunteered? It's just something everybody wants to be a part of, I'm guessing.
Because it's
right?
major. I mean, it's like having John Travolta move into town. Everybody wants to meet him and have a piece of him, be a part of him.
Everybody has met him except for me.
And me. We haven't met him. But no, that's what it is. When something famous happens, people flock to the event. People flock to the person to be a part of it. When it's not so famous, you're really trying to dig up help for things. So now that's the way it is.
I believe Tom Schmitz and Buddy Martin are both going to be over at the Golden Ocala at the Coates Golf Championship,
yes.
right? I think they're both going to be there.
Yep.
But because the frost on the grass caused the postponement of the what do you call the first
tee-off time?
The tee-off time,
yes.
Whatever you call it.
The tee-off.
He's actually going to be calling in. I think he said at 10:15 or so.
Oh, okay.
Right, which will be during
Mike Holt's time. He'll be in the studio playing his saxophone.
Oh, okay.
With his friends from the Usual Suspects Jazz Band. So
are they coming in too?
Yeah, they're here. Mike Holt is here, and he's expecting someone else from the band to come in.
Oh, cool.
And so that's their time slot.
Okay. Well, I knew that he was here. I just didn't know if others were here. I could hear him warming up with his saxophone out there.
Right, he's wonderful. He sounds really
good.
That's
a nice sounding instrument, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So
really wonderful.
We have hired saxophonists. You used to play saxophone.
Yep, alto sax. Yep. And Mike also plays for the Kingdom of the Sun concert band, from what I understand. He's a soloist with them. So.
Oh, cool.
He's
and didn't he help build
great.
this studio?
Yes, he did.
Didn't he have something to do with the studio?
Yes, he did.
What was that? Do you remember?
I can't remember the construction company name that he's with. We'll have to ask
him.
Well,
we'll do that when he's in the studio. So anyway, so the golf tournament is happening right now. Mm-hmm. The LPGA season is making big news. Let's see. Good morning. How you doing?
Creation Electric.
What?
Creation Electric.
Oh, that's right. That's the electric.
Creation Electric.
That's right. It was hard to hear him with my headset on. All right, so let's get back to the LPGA, and we'll talk about everything else later on. Mm-hmm. Because I want to give away some tickets. How many of you have wanted to go to this event? How much are these tickets worth?
Here comes the other musician.
Here comes the other musician.
Ready.
Oh, good. They're going to play. He looks like a drummer.
Yeah, he does. He's got a stool.
That's what we need. We need a drummer's stool.
Yes. Oh, there you go.
That's the aha moment.
Okay.
Because Robin and I play. You and I play out. We play a lot. You play your mandolin, I play accordion, and we got these stools that are so hard on the butt.
Yeah. Well, let's go get one of those.
All right.
Two of those then. One for you, one for me.
All right. We have now the Coates Golf Championship weekly tickets. These are valid all week long. Yesterday and Monday are history, so you can't use them those days.
Yeah.
But the big thing starts today anyway. Today's the beginning of the big thing.
Today through Saturday is when they're going to be playing their 72 holes of golf.
How much?
$40 a piece.
So this is an $80 prize.
Mm-hmm.
$80.
Yep.
I am going to give them away, but don't call right now because I have a question. I'm going to make you jump through a hoop for these. So I have an $80 question, and if you really, really, really want to go, pay attention because whatever I'm going to say between now and about 5 minutes from now has the information you'll need to win these 2 tickets.
There you go.
Okay?
Yep.
So here we go. Those 2 tickets will go to somebody. The LPGA season begins today. I am reading, by the way, from the Desert Sun, which is an Arizona newspaper.
And they have sent somebody here to cover this event.
An Arizona newspaper.
Cool.
It's a strange opening day, but a smart move, they write. Larry Bohannon wrote this. Considering that means a Saturday finish here in Ocala, Florida, and no conflict on Sunday with the Super Bowl in its 27-hour pregame show. All of the women's tour, as the women's tour begins play today, number 1, I'm kind of paraphrasing now, is a golfer lady, pretty lady, I'm looking at her picture, named Inbee Park. Inbee Park.
Okay.
She's number 1 in the world as we enter into this thing today.
Wow.
She is just ahead of Lydia Ko, who is in 2nd place. And in 3rd place is Stacey Lewis. So when Tom and Buddy get over there later on, we can hear how they're doing. And apparently this will be something that the ladies will be battling all the next 4 days, right?
Maybe they'll take photos so we can post them on Facebook.
3 Americans are in the top 10 in the world. And I guess that's not always the way it is. And after a year when the LPGA seemed to be trending up, the question now for the tour is how to capitalize on that trend and continue moving forward. So here are some 5 quick ideas for this season that starts today. Again, who is number 1? Park is number 1. And she's on and off with Stacey Lewis for more than a year now, but right now it's Park, and Stacey Lewis has been number 1. Those 2 might continue that battle, but they actually will end up chasing Ko, who at 17 years old is already a 4-time tour winner and number 2 in the world.
Wow.
I didn't realize she was so young. It says, expect number 1 to switch hands a few times this year.
I bet.
Expect that to happen.
Yeah, I bet there will be some kind of,
Michelle Lee is another name everybody's talking about. She's here in Ocala. She had the year of her career last season with 2 wins, including a U.S. Women's Open title. An injury derailed the season a bit, but Wee seems healthy now and ready to continue to climb the LPGA rankings. Wee is already proving to be the LPGA most popular player. Maybe because she was on the hottest.
The top 10 hottest women golfers.
Women
list, she was on that list. She was hot too.
Here's another one. The LPGA Championship is now the KMPG PGA Women's Championship.
Oh, okay.
The LPGA Championship is now the KMPG.
KMPG LPGA Women's Championship. Okay, so they added another sponsor.
The Kraft Nabisco Championship is now the ANA Inspiration.
Okay.
Go ahead, figure that one out.
Yep.
Both tournaments will feature bumps in their purses. Those changes seem to be the last piece of the LPGA and Commissioner Mike Wan's goal to securing his tour's 5 majors into the future.
Nice.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
The continued rise of the American 3 U.S. players, Lewis, Wee, and Lexi Thompson, are in the top 10 in the Rolex World Rankings right now.
Nice.
3 more are Christy Carr, Brittany Lincecum, I'm probably mispronouncing her name, and Paula Creamer are ranked 13th, 18th, and 209th, respectively.
Wow. Isn't that something?
That's a better showing for the red, white, and blue than in the last decade or so, according to this.
Gosh. Well, Marion County is not a stranger to golf. I mean, the Nancy Lopez LPGA tournament every year is held in the Villages, so that's another leg on there. So, that tournament is held every year.
And I think the attire, the clothing from the Coats Company is probably going to really be a big hit. It's nice looking stuff.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
And I
ladies.
haven't seen, nor would I know anything about the golf equipment itself. I mean, if I were looking at it, I wouldn't even know if I was looking at something I have I don't know how to comment. I'll wait for the sports guys, Tom and Buddy and anybody else to comment on that.
Jim Beckett too.
He would know.
Because he'll be on a week from Friday, so
he would know. Gosh, I wish he was here this week.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right. I have 2 tickets. They're $40 a piece. Mm-hmm. The question I have is, how old is what was her name again?
Michelle Wee.
No, not Michelle Wee. No. How old is? Oh, come on. Where's her name again?
The young one.
Park is number 1. Stacey Lewis is number 2. Her last name is Lydia Ko. All right,
there you go.
Here you go. How old is Lydia Ko?
Mm-hmm.
How old is Lydia Ko? If you know the answer to that, I just told you.
Yes.
I just told you. How old is Lydia Ko? If you tell me her age and you want to go to the LPGA games, I mean, you have a whole 4 days to use these. Today, tomorrow, and you can use them all 4 days if you want to.
Exactly.
All 4 days. Let me answer this phone. 622-9622. Let's see if we got a winner. Good morning. How old do you think Lydia Ko is?
17.
You are exactly right. Who's this?
Bob.
Bob, you got 2 tickets waiting for you right here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Jordan says it will go through with a swap with ISIS, an Iraqi female prisoner, in exchange for a Jordanian pilot captured last year. Officials in Amman did not mention Kenji Goto, the Japanese hostage also held by the Islamic State. Japanese government promising...
We will never give up until our Japanese hostage, Mr. Goto, safely coming back to our nation.
Deputy Foreign Minister Yasuhide Nakayama, the militant group, wanted their prisoner freed in exchange for the men. Some flights at Boston's Logan Airport expected to resume this morning, as are the city's public transit and Amtrak trains to New York and Washington. This after a blizzard which dumped nearly 3 feet of snow in some parts of the region.
Snow isn't the only problem. Flooding was an issue in Marshfield, Massachusetts, when the storm punched through a seawall.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Bay.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper. Check your local listings.
Let's face it, nowadays it can be hard to find American-made products, and that's something that Cabinet Sales of North Florida is well aware of. That's why they're an authorized dealer of Wellborn Cabinetry, family-owned and American-made since 1961. Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your answer for complete turnkey kitchen remodels and whole house cabinetry. Their cabinets are finished with solvent-based enamels for a long-lasting finish that's second to none. Available in an incredible selection of door styles and colors to choose from to turn your dream kitchen into a reality. In-house design and drawing services are available. Come by and see our displays for yourself at the Floors of the Villages, 3935 County Road 216 in Oxford, or Exquisite Design Kitchen and Bath in Bellevue, right across the street from the Bellevue Library. So whether you're looking for bookcases, kitchen, bath, or outdoor kitchen, Cabinet Sales of North Florida is your one-stop source of quality cabinets. For a free estimate, call 352-427-2647. That's 352-427-2647. Cabinet Sales of North Florida.
The Usual Suspects is a jazz quartet playing your favorites of swing, Latin, and blues. Come to their final performance at Arthur's Bistro in the Ocala Hilton Saturday, January 31st from 6:30 till 9:30 p.m. When you hear The Usual Suspects, think how they would sound at your next event. Don't miss this opportunity to hear The Usual Suspects. To contact The Usual Suspects, call 352-427-4216. It's 352-427-4216. Then sit back and enjoy the sounds. Come be swept away with medieval magic by volunteering at the 29th Annual Hogtown Medieval Fair on January 24th and 25th and January 30th through February 1st at the Alachua County Fairgrounds. Volunteers will take tickets, oversee exhibits, or provide breaks for the artists. Become a part of Gainesville's rich tradition of community service. Volunteers will receive a one-day pass. Applications can be downloaded at gvlculturalaffairs.org or call the City of Gainesville at 352-393-8536.
Hi, Danny Werfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
You've got a garden, and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann